Hey, what's going on, y'all? How you doing, man? It's your man FaZe on the Barber.
It's your boy Dougie Fresh.
And we are 2 Men in the Shop. So, my friend here, you know what I'm saying, because I've been dealing with something and all that. But, oh yeah, sorry, I touched him. COVID-19. COVID-19.
It's not coronavirus no more, as this man has humbly told me earlier.
Yes, we all know. But, we're not making fun of it, but you know how we are as black folks.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, my boy Douglas right here, he has a topic that he wanted to discuss today, which I kind of bypassed and threw it in his lap. But hey, what the fuck, man? Pass it on.
Mean, we had a couple, but the biggest one right now that is good to talk about because of the situation that we're in. A lot of people are capitalizing on it.
Yeah.
And we need to know that we can capitalize on it as well.
Yeah, including me.
And can we have a Black Wall Street happen again?
No.
In your humble opinion, you say no. Why is that?
No offense, but certain governments don't want us to have that power.
They can want that all they want.
I mean, far as what I know, based on being in business, you know, the government, that's just how they are. Why would we want black people when black people spend the most money on everything that being taken away from them?
I read the article and that was crucial. I read it online from that actual link I sent you from TrueDreads.com.
Yeah.
They had a percentage breakdown of obviously we're like 13 or 14% of the U.S. population, and we spend, I believe, $59 million. Or no, 59% of our income, especially for females, on beauty products and hair products. And I said,
yeah, it's in the 50. I think you're right. Actual.
Every breakdown from kitchen products, you know, anything retail, electronic, it was over the actual population percentage, and I was like, yo, we have that. In my head, I was like, bro, I guess I'm very optimistic. And I'm like, we got to do something with this. I'm an idea guy, as you know.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking, how can we capitalize on that? And I said, hey, let me see if FaZe want to talk about it. So, hey. But,
well, I mean,
when you talk about the government not wanting us to do it.
I'm talking about banks.
Yeah.
I'm talking about manufacturing companies. I'm talking about designers.
Does it create too much competition?
Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, you take $1 away from somebody you've been paying $1.02 for a long time, they get worried. Like, damn, he's not giving me no more money? I don't like that. I'm used to him or her giving me money. Where's he spending that dollar with? Who's he giving it to? Oh, he's giving it to his own people? I don't like that shit. Not one bit. What did Kane say in that movie? I don't like that shit. I'm gonna drop a dime on that motherfucker.
And my thing, when I was going to ask you, I was like, this dude has some slick shit to say. He was like, man, it ain't stylish enough.
But what you got to do is, technically, right, you have to look at, are we ready for that?
I personally believe there's a small, like you said, I'm the 1% of the 1% in terms of relationship. There's a 1% of 1% of people like you and I that know that can't happen right now. We're having some woke-ish moments.
Right. Do I see it happening? Nah.
I don't know if it's gonna be in our lifetime.
I hope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, as an intellectual, you know what I'm saying, visionary.
Yeah.
Like, I would hope we could do that. You know what I'm saying? That would mean I make more money. Not just saying I make more money because it's not about the money. I can have more people, more partnerships.
Yeah, support.
You understand what I'm saying? And partnerships mean a lot. You understand what I'm saying? But do I see that happening?
What I see nowadays is when it comes to us bringing back the Black Wall Street, we're bringing back, like what my man James Shad at the group is, we're bringing back the spirit. So we're doing small partnerships, but we're not really getting into the Tulsa, Oklahoma thing where we're creating like a small Chinatown or the Jewish community. Yeah.
We're scared.
And we feel
like...
Well,
not me. But when I say we, I say that so I don't have to exclude myself like I'm better than you.
But the collective.
As a collective, yeah, we are. We're afraid.
and I mean, it's is mind. It's I said mind control, but it's a psychology thing when you're like, well, I gotta take my dollar I've been spending with Nike because they comfortable shoes and go spend it with a brand I don't know about, and not realizing Nike was a small brand in and of itself at one time. It started out in Oregon and at a track. They sold out of a box, just regular shoes, Adidas, all that. And now that I have a firm understanding of supporting our people, that's why I said, man, even though I do cut my own hair, I said, hey, once or twice a month, I'm gonna come and give my man some money because he gotta keep his doors open. And plus, we doing the podcast. 3, man, I give a dope ass haircut. I give you that.
I mean, I do. COVID-19.
COVID-19. But I mean, I know. Why is it such a bad thing for a man to cut his own head?
When you tell a barber that, it hurts our feelings. That's
Why?
like, okay, I guess.
I mean,
We look at certain angles on how a person cut their hair or give themselves a shape up, and I'm just like,
But
man, what the hell is wrong with this dude?
But my is think about it. My dad was in the military. He taught himself how to cut, so it was only kind of beneficial and convenient.
Shout out to his father for
Dad.
showing him not to come to me.
I
But
mean,
what I think to chime in on how you would want that, you know, I always think about Jewish people. I admire them. Like, I admire them with a passion, bro.
Why?
Their collectiveness. They spend their money in their own community. If a person is a mechanic, everyone in that community goes to that mechanic. If that person is a doctor, everyone in that community goes to that lawyer, whoever. They keep that money in their community, and I admire that shit.
And in your humble opinion, well, I gotta probably ask a Jewish person this. What does that do? What does that do for that store owner or that business owner? And for the community?
Their value in that community goes up 100. It goes up 100%. Not 10, not 20. It goes up 100% because that money circulates in that community. There's jobs being created in that community. Like the dollar amount is circulated in that community to where there's no poverty.
I got you. And from what I've seen, it's even gone national, where the only chain or franchise I know that's Jewish owned is a burger joint, and I can tell because they sell a falafel burger. I don't know any other burger chain.
I've never had that, but maybe.
Yeah, I mean it sounds cool, but when you have a burger chain that's in South Carolina, that's states away from New York. That means you got a lot of capital that you're working with. That means you got a lot of support and investment. And I think a lot of us don't understand that because we're just like, well, hey, I've been spending my money at Walmart and it's convenient versus, like, say for example, that was your brand. You sell it for $40 and I can go get the same sweatshirt or a similar sweatshirt for 10.
Well, see, I mean, it's technical with that too. That's like getting on another subject. Because even if I owned this, the only way they would buy it is if I was consistent and famous.
True.
Because in order for you to get used to anything, you have to keep showing it. You have to keep saying it. You have to keep, you have to keep pushing that.
And marketing and advertising.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's the only way a person's brain would compute that.
No, a regular individual would, not a wealthy person. They do. It's on a bigger level. It's on a bigger level.
Yeah, but wealthy they're not excluded because it's almost like, put like this, right? There's a guy on YouTube.
Yeah. He
was like, you basketball players, you rappers, you need to spend your money wisely.
Grant Cardone. White dude in his G-Wagon.
Right.
That's it.
See, COVID-19.
We're gonna do
he's smart. When he's telling people about how you have to spend your money to where you get passive and residual income, that makes sense. But people spend their money on whatever they want to spend their money on, but at the end of the day, you're going to die, you know what I'm saying, without it. But what he was saying, what's that guy's name again?
Grant Cardone.
Grant was basically saying that the money that I want to produce, where it's passive and residual, will go to my kids, my grandkids, and those kids. So it's a generational wealth.
And Grant is, and for anybody who doesn't know who Grant Cardone is, he's real big in real estate.
Big time.
and he has a couple of Vlad TV interviews that he goes and speaks on. I mean, they're real big on his channel, but he speaks on, and this is a topic too, and a lot of people, it's controversial, is he doesn't own a home.
He don't own nothing.
He rents out his places where he goes, and his family, you can see his family loves it. Shit. And I'm thinking to myself, that's pretty smart if you're running a business. You're running a large business like that, and I'm like, that's smart. It's like leasing a car. Like, I understand when you lease a nice car, you're like, hey, I want to drive what I want to drive and not have to pay for it.
But see, the thing, and not getting off topic, don't just explain. Get deep. Take that shovel and dig and say, okay, well, how do you do that? He does that with his business.
Yeah, my thing is, we don't, as black people, we don't ask that question. We're like, man, that shit look nice.
Yeah. Get your business, tax ID. You know what I'm saying? A DUNS account number, like all these things that would help with building up your credit to where you're not using none of your money. Like everything that you own, all the assets that you acquire, pays for everything, and you never have to come out your pocket. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, and one thing too, I think a lot of us, we're scared of credit.
Not me.
Well, understood. Regular folks, even my mom and my dad, was, and it's a credit to their generation, how they grew up. They didn't know. But big businesses, there's trillions of dollars of credit that people use, that businesses use all the time. And I'm thinking, if I tell somebody that, they're going to be so dumbfounded. They're going to like, is that true? Because I was like that. And then I said, let me keep looking. Because it has to be true. If they're doing it and their business looks like that. Because I don't know nobody else in real estate that's doing that. I do know multi-million-dollar producers in real estate. They don't use some of their credit. They don't use their credit, but they sell homes. They do investments. But on a grand scale, this dude owns thousands of units. Owns his own capital company where you can invest in his real estate company and get a dividend every month. Like a stock market, like a business on the stock market. So I said, yeah. And then your boy, what's his name from Atlanta?
I know
Jay Morrison.
Jay Morrison. Shout out to Jay.
Yeah. So if you, and especially for black folks, it's important to listen. Like I'm probably dabbling in a little bit of real estate down the line. Hey, I just want to learn more and give more and show people freedom. So that's a good place to start. Just listen to his lectures and say, man, I like that. And then look into his programs and say, hey, is it worth that $500, $200, $300? It's worth it if it's for a generation. And let me ask you this. I didn't mean to.
No.
I don't want to grab the mic too long.
No. He's doing fine, right? He's doing fine.
But my thing was, and I thought about this today too. It was like on this topic, and I guess it was a good day to do the topic, was we have you know how the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil? I think everybody, but especially us black folks, we have a lust for money that's way more evil than a love for money. And the reason why I say that is because because most of us that have jobs and we like, hey man, let's go out on Friday, we're gonna go on a date, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. We don't give thought to our 10, 20-year vision. And that's why most of us don't have a vision. So I said to myself, that is some really smart shit to give someone and say, man, hell, the Bible is right. But let's take it a step further. You have a lust for money because you're going to say, hey, I get paid on Friday, but as soon as I get paid, I'm going to go get this because I just got paid.
Well, that depends on that person's mindset.
True.
It really does.
And then add on top of that, let's say, for example, there's a program for me to go into coaching that's $5,000. I got it. I make $10,000 a day, so I can go buy it. Or whatever. I can say, well, in my mind, I'm saying most important thing is giving back to other people than to give to my generations behind me that are of my seed. Yes, I love my cars. Yes, I'm going to have a house. It's cool. But I need to give back and give in front of me. So my purchase is I'm purchasing mindset and power going to not just for my clothes and anything that's freaking physical. It's just to someone like yourself, hey, you need 10 grand for your mobile thing, hey, here you go, got you. That's it. So my thing is, that is where the love of money comes in, is where I love to spend money on stuff that's going to pay me down the line, and that's where Grant is getting at. And I think a lot of us don't understand that.
Well,
Because
like,
we'll spout the Bible saying, "Hey, the love of money is root of all evil," and you'll hear it.
well, you made perfect sense when it came to, how we do things for the money, right? But there are stages to that, right?
Oh, go ahead.
Because it's almost like, and I'm going to use myself always as an example.
Okay.
Before I had my own business, right?
You was in trucking, right?
No, not that. I was still actually cutting hair, but I didn't own a business. I was actually managing a business, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell them the amount of money I was making, whether they believe me or not. I was making it, right?
Really? In Columbia, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you got to understand, consistency in what you do
Yeah.
will give you favor.
Yeah.
That's across the board. Now, when I came back from Charlotte and I moved back to Columbia, and I went to work in a shop, which they gave me a management position, right? I made a good amount of money.
What's wrong with telling them?
But this is what I'm saying.
That was your past.
I don't want to glorify things. I'm just not that person anymore, right?
You're not.
But
You're giving out a point. But okay.
But the fact of the matter was, I wasn't making that off top. It took time because, like, mind you, I was managing that shop. Like, I worked in that shop for 3 years. I managed that shop probably about a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years. But the first year I was making money. But when I had got put in that position, I was managing, I was there all the time. Bro, I was making so much money to where I wasn't saving. I was living in the moment. I was going on mad trips. Like, bills, I ain't worried about that. I can get that back. You feel me? My priorities, some of my priorities weren't in order. A lot were intact, but they weren't in order, right? And when it came down to it, I was just in a moment. I was like, fuck that. I'm just gonna keep making money. And that was because of the love for it. I was like, oh shit, I'm making money. I'm
All
just
you gotta
fly
do is
every day.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm buying different pair of sneakers every other day, bro.
Really?
Bro. I shopped every other day. But the reality set in based on what I desired more, because I was like, yo, man, what was going on around me, I didn't like it. And I was like, yo, man, I got to, you know what?
Different.
I got to do something different. I got to save for it. I want my own. I can't keep dealing with this. You understand?
So is it hard to keep up?
As far as what?
Like, just that grind. That it's not just the grind, but that mindset of, man, I can just do this, do this when just making money. Is it hard?
Well, now I can't do that.
No, I'm just saying, like, in that moment when looking back on it, was it like, damn, that was labor intensive? Because you said, man, I'm gonna go get these shoes. I'm gonna do this.
Well,
I'm
see,
do that.
it was I put it like this. It was a lot of a distraction because of the fact that there was a lot of people that I was working with, whether we hated each other or not. Okay. Because when you got a lot of black people around each other and we work the same job, we can't stand each other, but we love when we come in because it's activity, it's drama, right? But
That's true.
It was a distraction to where it didn't bother me as far as how long I was working out Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays, which was pretty much my labor days, to where it was so exhausting standing up and, dealing with people. But man, when I didn't have to work that next day, balling. I'm talking about I was going
back to 2000.
But what I'm saying, even thinking about that, it was a time where I just wanted guys to come collectively, like in a Wall Street aspect.
Yeah.
And I sat down and I told guys, I was like, yo, man, it's 14 of us in here. I told these guys, I said, look, check this out. Come meet up on a Sunday, which they did. I said, this is what we need to do. I said, everybody in here can own the shop. I said, I'm
give a piece.
I was telling them, they was like, how is that? I said, listen, this is how we going to do it. I said, all we got to do is save a certain amount of money every week for 6 months.
Okay.
We open up another shop. I said, 2, we pushing people over in this shop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got a place to make money. So it's like one place you make sure that circulates. Everybody got to play their part and it circulates, and that machine runs itself to where people come over and they want to spend money over there, right? And then I say for another 6 months, we'll save up another certain amount and open up another one. Then we got 3 shops circulating until we have 14 shops, right?
Where everybody own one.
That everybody own, but everybody has a share in.
Mm-hmm.
I sat
So
down.
they own their own shop and they have a share in the other 13.
Yeah,
Damn.
I
Kobe
literally
19.
Kobe 19,
19.
not Kobe, right? So I
Shit.
sat there. Now this is the mindset.
And
Oh,
how
people-
old were you when this happened?
This
Yeah.
was like This was 3 years ago, bro.
So you in your 30s, okay. I was thinking maybe
This-
earlier.
This was 3 years ago,
Okay.
and I put the paperwork. It was like a business proposition. I said, yo, and I'm not gonna tell anybody's business, but the fact of the matter, I was like, yo, we all can own something and have shares in it and still make money and live the type of lifestyle we want. We're making money.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's making money. I said, let's use that money,
That's not popular though.
but it brings me back to the point of when you asked me, can we have a Black Wall Street? And I was like, I don't see that shit. Because when I had
I mean,
that...
that's simple because that's a prominent black business in an area that, for example, if you have 14 people in it,
But I'm not saying as far as the actual foundation or something tangible. I'm sparking the mentality first because it starts
Yeah.
with your mindset first in order for you to want to build into that Black
Really?
Wall Street mindset.
how many people were interested?
None. I couldn't fucking believe it, bro. I was like, I said to myself, and I told my brother, I said, these niggas in here are idiots.
Sure.
I was like, each and every one, and I'm not going to say who they are. They know who they are because I've told them they idiots. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm like, what the fuck is going on with our mindset? You're trained to want to be your own individual. When you got a person, you got to have a person that has vision. You could be a leader, but if you ain't got vision, that shit ain't going to last. Because vision is a long time.
Mm-hmm.
A leader, you could come and go.
That's true.
You feel me? So you have a person that has vision, and I'm pushing these people into that Black Wall Street mindset. They like, nah, they don't want it. For whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, anything happen, we all build a membership to if anything happens with that person got that place, that person got that, and the money's always flowing, and that money still comes to you. We got some idiots out here. Not ignorant, idiots. Because ignorant is when you don't know. They know that they can make money by doing it this way. Maybe they don't
'Cause
want to
you-
mess
'cause
with me
you-
because they don't know me. Or because I'm from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how black people think, right?
Mhm.
But when I don't display those characteristics of being sneaky and I want more for us,
Mhm.
not everybody is ready to have that Black Wall Street because it's like now it's structure. We don't want to have structure. We want to do things out of structure.
Now let me ask you this: if everything on the outside looking good, if a white man came in there and said, "Hey, this is a vision I have for this shop and for this shop and its name," you think that would have happened?
You asking me?
If everything else on the outside being good, you can do that. You're gonna get the loans for the places. You're gonna have all of it happening. All you got to do is execute. Would that have happened?
That can happen. You know what I'm saying? Because they doing that shit every day. These motherfuckers want to make money. If you
But they see you as the same guy with the same information, and somehow
are you saying would they choose him over me?
No. Choosing to actually execute on the plan. Because I would venture to say that they would execute if they did. They offered that plan.
I mean, you don't have to. You know, people are.
True.
Some people are. They're not sensitive, but you know, we're not racist at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, you got a lot of Europeans, a lot of white people. You know, they are. You know, as black folks, we would favor them more than you would favor a black person of my descent. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because their credibility or whatever the case be. But at the end of the day, they're gonna tax the fuck out of you.
And you got a bunch of white and black shysters out there. So what the fuck?
You feel what I'm saying? But once you bring the math to them, I don't know, man.
I'm like, if I was doing, I was like, damn, that actually makes some fucking sense. I would have did it with you. That made sense. It made sense in my brain.
Bro, if you sit there and you say, listen, 14 people, you like, yo, everybody.
How much was booth rent?
I don't want to get into those type of, because that's a gray area,
Okay.
and you know what I'm saying. I don't want to get into that, but $100 a week, bro, from every barber. You good at math, right? Because I'm somewhat. You times.
That's 4 weeks.
14.
Yeah, 52 weeks.
14 barbers, and you got
100.
352 days, because it's 7 days a week people were working.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you just got 52
times
weeks.
100. So you times 100.
And 100 times 52.
Hold up.
100 times 14.
We're gonna do it right now.
Go ahead.
You got 14
Barbers.
You got 14 barbers. You got 14 barbers times 100. Right?
Yep.
That's $1,400 a month.
Times 52.
Times 12.
Times 12.
That's $16,000. 16.8. You fucking idiots. $16,000.
Okay.
You can open up a barber shop, right?
With that?
With 10 grand.
So you got more than just the down payment. You got operating capital now.
Bro, I sat there and was like this. This is the math right here.
And you still making money every day while you're working.
Because my thing is like, okay, if you get a barbershop, right, pay the rent up to 6 months to a year. So you're not worried about overhead. Right? The only thing
that's not the only expense, right? I mean,
that's the major expense.
Yeah,
is the rent.
Yeah.
The other utilities, those are small expenses. You can take care of that shit in a day.
Okay.
Right? I can take care of my fucking utilities
all that,
in a day or so, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have any overhead to work with. So that means everything you're making, is profit. So you put them back into the pot.
And you go get 13 other ones.
$16,000. You mean to tell me 14 idiots, including myself, couldn't come together and do that shit? Can there be a Black Wall Street? I don't see that shit. But prove me wrong.
But it looks easy.
It looks fucking simple. Bro, listen. I micromanage my money every day. I got a ledger. I write down the prices of how much I make every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day. So I know the expenses because I have my own business, as we see, right? But I don't, and he'll tell you, like, at the end of the day, I don't glorify as if, like, it's a merit badge. Yeah, I got my own fucking business. Fuck you.
Yeah.
It's a job.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my business, but it's still a job. This still I have to put in place and to make residual income. But
that
I mean, not being
work
here.
On something outside for that to happen.
Right. So there's still things I'm still trying to incorporate on my own based on where I'm at because of the bullshit that's out here. But, you know, I can still get past that because I believe in God. But the fact of the matter is, you know what I mean? God will probably put somebody in place to where you can start that type of membership. Listen. I know you was gonna say something. I know you was gonna say something, but what I'm saying to you is this: like, but things got to take time because we all got to prove ourselves.
Of course.
You understand what I'm saying? Especially financially. But everything is possible. Like I was telling Dante, if he sees this, right? I told Dante yesterday and today. I was like, listen, you can get a whole lot quicker if we all came together collectively. Let go of that pride and that stubbornness. Because everybody wants to be,
big
and
man,
this is my guy.
Big man on the block.
Now, I'm not saying him because, you know, he's a cool individual.
I mean in general.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, in general. But, you know, it's like, okay, I can do it on my own. But at the same time, don't pressure yourself to do something. Because if you're using this, that makes you a certain type of individual. You don't have to be physically or whatever. You know what I mean? You got to use this in order to be powerful. Yeah. Right? And I was like, yo, the objective of things in life is to accomplish this as a whole. and you can accomplish things faster and move on to the next project.
Yeah.
These other cultures, they're doing that every day. Why the fuck we not?
We have a misinterpretation of what it means to own and to build. We figure we had to go build our own farms. We got to do this. We got to do that on our own. And my thing is, like you said, I've seen millionaires, but they're not millionaires on their own. Nobody's really self-made in this world nowadays. They're not. There's very few. The titans of industry, they even got together and they hassled the government to make sure they made their money. So, I mean that, in my humble opinion, it can happen. It has to happen, and for us, it has to happen within our own home. We have to have our own Black Wall Street in our home for people to justify.
That's even tough too, man, because it's almost like, okay, you could be with a man or a woman, and you're trying to get a person on the same page, and you're like, listen, I have the vision. I know where I'm going.
They don't trust you.
Not that they don't trust you. They're scared to take a risk. It all boils back down to being fear. Oh, man, if I give him this amount of money, shit, what's going to happen? In business, the only reason why these people in this life are so successful is because they took a risk and said, you know what? I have total faith God is going to provide.
That's it. Yeah, and that's why sometimes I think most of us don't understand what faith really is until we take risk.
A lot of people.
We'll go to church, and that's why I stress, I don't go to church like that because you know what? That environment does not feed this mind. Not the mind of the collective. It does, because it does its job. But it doesn't feed this individual mind to go out there and try to figure out or find someone to collectively build something. My dad created his own Wall Street within his house with just 2 paychecks and can live the way he wants. So for me, it's a no-brainer. But my thing is, I know what I have to do now to get into that mindset of how can we do that. And the first thing is it's sad to say that it's hard to trust. I mean, hell, I had this. I just told you up front when we did that first podcast. I said, this is a good fucking dude to do a podcast with. Shit. I just said it, and it made made fucking sense. And it was just trust. I have full faith and trust that this shit's gonna blow up. Every fucking week, I see the numbers just climbing. I actually saw the comments. I was like, no bad shit yet.
But we want that.
I understand.
Like,
I understand.
in my world,
I mean, I understand that.
I need that. I need to hear the bad comments because at the end of the day, it's all love. And whether a person feels that it's good or bad or we doing it this way, I don't give a flying fuck. Thank you for commenting. Because you looked at me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And him.
Yeah, and actually that's making us money anyways. And popular.
Come on. Fucking hate on me. I don't give a fuck. Still making money. Fuck you. You feel what I'm saying? But to chime in on what you're saying, I forget, right? A lot of the times I feel alone.
And I do too.
You feel what I'm saying?
COVID-19.
COVID-19. Like, it's kind of sad, man, because it takes so much time when you're sitting here. You like,
and I'm like, bro,
God, why is it that these people don't fucking get it?
They don't, bro. And like you said, it's fear. And I mean, most of us, we do take risk. And the number one for most of us my age is going to school. There's a total fucking risk. You taking on all this debt with no guarantee of a job after. And not even that's going
motherfuckers. And they want days.
And and it's not a guarantee of a job that's gonna pay you what you expect. And we are all brought into that shit. So I'm thinking to myself, you've put yourself into 4 years of college with no guarantee. And then you have somebody that says, hey, this is a real way to make money. Like you said, it takes $10,000 to open a shop. How much does it take to get a license?
You can get a license, what do you mean, a barber's license? Yeah. If you're going to school, it takes about 2 years. 2 years to get your license. But if you're doing OJT and somebody has an instructor's license, it would take probably less than that. You know what I'm saying? But you'll still be working, you'll still be making money as you learn on the job.
And how much is the investment?
From a business perspective,
just getting a license.
No, to get a license, it costs only $400.
So and it's not bad. It's not bad. I got a great job. We could have did this. We would have had 2 shops. $10,000. I would have, and obviously I had some dedication. As you know, every week I come in here. And I would have walked there if I didn't. If I didn't have no car.
Not me, nigga.
I would have got an Uber, but you know.
Okay.
I would have sacrificed.
Uber everywhere.
I would have sacrificed to make sure this shit happened. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you do. I ain't go. You know, on a slight note, I'll be like, oh man, this motherfucker want to do the damn fucking.
Dude, I love doing this
fucking podcast in this COVID-19 era. Like, fuck, man. I just want to get some rest and shit. I don't want to catch this motherfucker. But, you know, at the same time, I'm dedicated to it like you, because it's like, before, like, he'll come in and I'm like, yeah, I don't mean to, but I'm like, I really ain't up to it. But at the same time,
I see it in your face.
Soon as the motherfucking cameras roll, oh shit! Welcome to 2 Men in the Shop. I'm here with Douglas, and I'm your man Faison the Barber. And how the fuck you doing? I don't know where the energy come from, bro.
It's me. I give it off.
You know?
I mean, I wake you up. I'm good. But that's the thing, man. I would have known that, and I mean, it's a noble job. I think most people, the justification for going to school is to get that job, because you know what?
I got my fucking degree.
And
so where you working at?
I got
I'm working at fucking Piggly Wiggly's as an assistant manager, making $20,000 a year.
Or I have the
Congratulations, Piggly Wiggly manager.
Or I have the potential
no offense to the guys who's doing that, because I'm just joking. It's just funny and joking context.
Or I have the potential to make $100,000. And I had somebody actually tell me that to my face in one of my groups. And I said, okay.
Which you can.
And understood. And my thing is let's look at that journey. $100,000 is a great starting point. You know what that journey's gonna look like. It's gonna take you some time. It's gonna take you right around 5 to 10ish years to get there, if that. Depending if you have the complexion for the protection, for the collection.
Or because you can always get past things in life.
That's true.
It depends on what the demand is.
Exactly.
In business, it always has to seek the demand.
And what value you bring.
Right. Now, if it's a demand and the people need it,
they're going to pay you.
They will pay you for it.
And there's always a demand for a haircut. No matter
I mean,
the circumstance.
It's okay. It helps me get... Barbering, put it like this. It was a comment that somebody made. I'm not quite sure, but it was maybe 1 or 2, 3 days ago, right? And someone questioned and said, "Barbers don't make no money." I laughed.
Motherfucker.
And the funny shit is, because it's like
they don't see the glamorization.
I wanted to sit there. They don't know what it's like to be a barber
because they never been a barber. Because
they never been a barber. They're only telling you from their standpoint. But I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, should I? I said, fuck it. Let me find out. What do you do for a living? I work production on a line, and I'm not going to say the company. I said, wow, that's fucked up. How you like your job?
They're coming from an aspect of a consumer and don't understand as a business owner that there is way more potential than just that weekly or daily, monthly paycheck that you're getting. Thinking about what me and my lady are getting into. There's tens of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars a month that we are in the process of making. If we didn't take that risk together, what would happen? We would still be working, and the vision for her is freedom. That's it.
That's all.
Should
matter when you're working is freedom.
And my thing is, my man works the same job I do. He says he's never worked a day in his life. He's been working at 20 years, and I said, that is where I want to be, where I can wake up and say, hell, I did 2 hours of work. I mean, $10,000. Like it's nothing. Like I just made my paycheck for the day. I can relax. I can read my books. I can take my lady on a date. Do what I want. And
enjoy life.
Yeah. And so for most of us, I think it's just, first of all, we've been programmed from this to the TV, and we don't understand that small repetition with the stuff that you really want makes a bigger impact than you just saying, I got to take that risk. If you're saying, hey, for me, when I started looking into real estate, it was Jay Morrison. I was looking at Grant. I was looking at other guys on, like, hey, okay, you can make some real money. There's black guys doing it. There's white women doing it. Everybody's making money.
But you know, like,
so it can happen.
That can. But this is what baffles me, right?
Go ahead.
Now, this is from a small aspect.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that's out here in this world who actually does real estate, but they don't know the potential behind the real estate that they have. And I'm going to say, for example,
Do you think?
you have a house,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's how you start in real estate.
Mm-hmm. You pay some of that mortgage off.
No. We're going to get an easy way out because I'm from around the block.
Right?
Depending on the area you live in,
Okay.
right? You put into that house, and what I mean by put into that house, fix that fucking house to where it's lovable to the person's eyes who wants to buy, right?
So not for you, but for the next person that's buying.
Right. So what you do is you renovate.
Mm-hmm. Rehab, yeah.
You do a rehab to your house.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to spend some money, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means you put in more value into your home,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if your house was 200,000,
Okay.
and then you invested, right,
Mhm.
50 or more.
Pause right there. I didn't mean to stop. You know what you just said, right?
That's all I've been saying to you.
It-
That's all I've been
If
saying.
you caught what he said invested. He didn't say spend. And I'm gonna give the people a jewel. The power of the tongue is very strong.
Mm-hmm.
The word invest in somebody's mind turns the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Spend is like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta do what?
Invest means you get that back.
Exactly. And there's way more potential for more.
Right.
Go ahead.
So now the value of your home is $250,000.
Mm-hmm. Now you're not spending $250 all at once. Are
No, you just spent that 50 grand
Probably over a year, maybe, right?
over a course of time, whatever the
Yeah.
case may be. Then you have somebody outside of that, which they call inspectors, and they come in and they do an eval on your house.
Mm-hmm.
They appraise it, find out what the value of your house is based on what you have in it,
And the market, yeah.
and the market. And the market means how much the value of the home, how much the homes are in your neighborhood, the value of them, right? And each time, every year, depending on where your house is, the equity, the property value goes up,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you want to sell your house, depending, I'm just giving you a guesstimate. It's not actual fact, right? And you sell, now the house is 250,000 plus tax, whatever the case may be, right? And the houses in the neighborhood are 300,000, right? Depending on how the houses look on the outside, on the inside, or whatever the case would be, your value of your home not doubles, it goes up a quarter. You know what I'm saying? Now it's over $300,000, and now you sitting there, you like, damn, my house is damn near like 320, right? Now, how much money did you make?
If you went from 250,000
You went from $200,000
to over 300.
You basically made, if you sell the property based on what it is, you probably made about $100 and something thousand, 120,
Now,
115.
granted, he didn't put in the taxes and stuff you got to do, like the fees you paid, but for the most part, you made close to or just over six figures.
Yeah, you made over that amount because you started off with your house being $200,000. You invested 50 grand into that shit, so that made the property value of your house go up. You know what I'm saying? Plus tax to like 270.
And if you're an investor, you can find people that will fund that for you.
Right.
And it's very easy.
And then the houses in the neighborhood, right, could be like 300,000. So now when you sell a home, it has to add up to the value of the homes that's in around where you live at. Plus tax. So when you're selling it to a bank or you're selling it to a buyer and they go through a bank, the bank is going to give you what you put into the shit. Plus more. But mind you, your house was only $200,000. So you made over 100 G's. In my case, that's how I start. That's how I would start real estate. And I would take that money, right? Like what's the name did? What's his name?
Jay Morrison? Grant.
Jay Morrison or what's
Grant?
the name? Or Grant. And I will put.
He bought a home, and this is what he did. He bought a home, he rented it out, and to two girls, they left. He was scared to fucking death. And he was like, shit. He's like, shit, but fuck. Millionaires are made in real estate. He just kept going. and he bought another property. He finally got everything in alignment, and $1 billion worth of real estate today.
Simple.
Not by himself, but under his just journey of sales and real estate.
Right. Now, I mean, you can make money in different ways, like what I said, or you can make money by refinancing in your home and then taking that money that you refinance and going buying another spot and renting that out.
Or
you own that one.
Or buying a franchise.
Yeah, I'm saying there's many ways to make money. Like, that's the route I would take. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to pay nobody. I mean, I could, but I don't want to pay nobody and then use their... I mean, you could, because it's the American way, is using other people's money. There's always ways to make money in America. You know what I'm saying? And don't let nobody lie to you. You can always make money, but in the aspect of what we were talking about from the beginning, can we all do that collectively? Nah.
Not right now. We got. There has to be a massive revolution and evolution of the black and brown mind. My thing is even right now, there can be an actual get up. I mean, we are home, we with our kids, and my thing is, if I had kids right now, and me and my lady were married, I'm like, okay, this is the perfect time to get my kids involved in what I'm doing. Let them see what daddy's doing, what mommy's doing, because they're at school, and say, hey, this is what we would like for you to do, or you can dig into a book or a topic that you want. Let's say, hey, I didn't have time to look into real estate. Bam, I got time to read now. Or, whatever. Talk to some people that are, now they home from work. They working at home. They ain't doing no work. I guarantee you they not doing it, because me and my cousin, we work maybe 4 or 5 hours a day.
I wish.
And we chill. And
it's coming.
I know it's coming. And you just, hey, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. And I'm just like, yo, it's that easy, and it only takes one. You start out with one page. You start out with $1. You start out with one sentence. You start out with just one thought, and that is it. It is not that big a deal.
We got to stop being scared.
That's true.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Nervousness is a part of our human genetics.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because I was nervous when
I know you were nervous when you pulled this.
Bro,
pull it off.
Bro, let me tell you something. Like, I was like, I didn't want to give my money away because I worked so hard for it. I was like, if something don't go right and I lose all that money I saved, I'm going to be devastated.
But it turned over.
But I was like, yo, how can I sit here and say I believe in God and not have faith?
Yeah, and most people don't take that second guess.
So I was like, hey, if I fail,
it
was because I was supposed to fail.
And you live a godly life by doing it. That's probably one of the staples of religion, I guess, and or spirituality that most people just gloss over. And I mean, it's it's right under your nose. People just don't see it. And I'm thinking, I can never step my foot in another church again. But if I go to see somebody who's a Christian, they'll be like, Doug, you're fine.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing fellowship. You know what I'm saying? It's just that... And I feel that way at times. You know what I'm saying?
I do too,
you know, I look at people like when I go to church or anybody's church and I pay attention to people. And, you know, people get in there and they're so compassionate about, you know, expressing themselves to the Lord based on whatever they're going through or whatever the case being. And I sit there and I say to myself,
what's happening on Monday?
Nah, I mean, I think all types of thoughts, but I'm going to keep that to myself. But what I'm saying is, right?
you know I'm going to say what I'm going to say. But
what I'm saying is that God told me so. So I know better. Then I should do better. I shouldn't have to always constantly come in here just to seek refuge and closure when I know better. So I sit there and I just be looking and I just like, yo, this shit just don't make sense to me, but I guess this is the way of life. So I don't judge.
There's wealth is put in the Bible. You're born with if you're living by the Bible standard, God gave you the ability, but He wants you and commands you to live an abundant life.
Follow Psalms and Proverbs, man. That's basically, you know, what we should live by, because those words are so encouraging, you know, and they got direction. You understand what I'm saying? So why wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
we want to go by something that's going to improve ourselves internally and externally?
Mm-hmm. And if we're gonna, and two things, if you're guided spiritual or guided by religion, and you just say, "I gotta go to church every Sunday," my question is,
I'm not doing it.
My thing is to the people who do that. Nothing wrong with it. Do your thing. Is that the pastor? Is that pastor your guiding force to your vision, to your outcome that you want? Is he supposed to guide you by your hand and say, "Hey, this is where we need to go"? Because I'm not letting Pastor Jackson or Pastor Bowens get into my life and say, "Hey, this is how we're supposed to do it. We gotta go do this, do this." No. He gave, the man inside of me gave it to me, gave me the vision, gave me the idea, gave me the goal to reach for. I'm just gonna keep walking, and my gut is gonna tell me, "Hey, go here, go there, go here, go there," and it's just left, right.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'm not looking for a pastor or a church community to somehow miraculously put me in the right spot to do. I'm not actively.
Some people need to, though.
I'm not. Yeah, some people. Yeah, some people need structure, but for the most part, I'm not actively like I got to get another church. I got to do all this at the church. Because it leads to you giving out all the energy in the world and not to this one thing. And wealthy people have a good habit of focusing on one thing and then saying, "Hey, I've done this so well. Let me just slide on over to the right or to the left and focus on something else." Because Bill and Melinda Gates got Microsoft, but hell, now they're carrying everything in the world.
Message!
That's a real jewel for everybody, man. So, we got 9 minutes, man. Anything? I don't know. We gotta have some lighthearted topics, man. Like some black movies. Like,
I mean, it's coming. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we really. I mean, we got some things that we're trying to put in perspective as far as bringing people, to
the forefront.
To the forefront, so they can see where we're going with this podcast, and which is fun for me. But at the same time, anything that I do have up here and I don't know, we're gonna bring some people in, and they're gonna expound on what they know, because it's only right to bring the right people in to speak on.
Yeah, experts.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's just what we're about. So we're just giving you guys, you know what I'm saying, our formal opinion
and our experience
on how we feel about certain things. Because I tell you some fucked up shit out this motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, it's our opinion, but my thing is we're at the right place in the right time doing all the things necessary, and the money's only coming. So my thing is, it's not just an opinion. It's a right experience.
Is our plant like shit? I don't think it's centered. Man, we showed them the cup. Yeah. Next time we gotta center this shit. We all fucked up right now and shit. I'm sorry.
It's good. His OCD kicking in.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, we over here. Wait a minute. Let me see some. Hold on. We centered here. Is this centered? Okay. We'll get it right. We working. Don't judge us.
But I mean, for the most part, I mean, it's our genuine experience that's leading us to success. It's only going to end up in success, man. So for the most part, everybody has an opinion. People are wrong.
Shit, we all do, man. Shit, I mean,
everybody got one.
I'm not gonna sit here and profess that I know about XYZ as if I'm in a degree. I have a fucking degree in barbering.
But you do have
I have experience.
You have an experience that has put you in that spot.
Right.
And my thing is, I have to remind myself that I'm grateful for the knowledge that I have, because somebody needs it that doesn't have it. I was like, I told my lady before, like, her job is so stressful, but I'm thinking to her, I'm telling her, babe, you don't understand how grateful you need to be for that job, because somebody that wants that money and needs that money can easily take that job.
Likewise, they can that can happen to me.
Exactly. So for me, I'm always grateful for the fact that I have knowledge that I can give. And that's why this is so fun, and my own podcast is so fun. And that's why I want to do it every day, because I'm not saying we should just do it every day, but I'm just saying, like, if I could just do this more often, it would be just crazy fun.
We baby
But
steps.
yeah. We're doing it. It's
man, listen, man.
Like you said, there's 2 men in the shop.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. You know what I'm saying? But like dedication and discipline to do something every day, that's a lot.
I know.
Because at the end of the day, you know, everybody has families.
True.
Everybody has extracurriculum activities that we got to do outside of certain shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I got a whole lot of shit going on as well as he do. But, man, it's almost like finding time to do it. But we dedicate ourselves every motherfucking Wednesday.
No matter the circumstance.
No matter the circumstances, to give y'all with something. I know y'all be looking at me and shit like, damn, man, he a barber. Why the fuck he don't get no haircut? Well, because COVID-19 is outside, so I don't want to fuck with him.
You can't bring your barber in here to do it?
Nah. I mean, he works, like, his schedule's crazy just like mine. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And, like, I fight with his ass, too. Like, I get fucking livid. I turn into a chick. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? You leaving at 6 o'clock?
Motherfucker.
I'm like, yo, man, I got shit going on this weekend. You fucking leaving? You ain't about this motherfucking money. So I do the same shit to him and shit. But, you know, I'm going to get it right because I know I got some things coming up outside of this COVID shit. I don't know, man. Shout out to the COVID-19 and shit. Tell him I said fuck you and what you stand for, and I hope you die.
Yeah, man. For me, last words is it can happen. A Black Wall Street can happen. There has to be, like I said, a revolution of the mind, and it starts with one person. But
well, you keep dreaming and shit.
Hey, I got to be optimistic, man.
I mean, hey, I don't see that shit fucking happening.
I got you.
See what they did to Malcolm X.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
true. It's a pattern. There is a pattern. But
you know, they can't do that to motherfucking Louis Farrakhan because his security's tight.
It's true.
I mean, his son is head of security. His son ain't letting shit fucking happen. And believe me, you're dying if you fuck with that man.
I got
They don't give a fuck who you are. You are dying. And they're like the government know that
They know the Nation of Islam like the back of their hand.
they do, but man, listen, these
How
guys
would you get somebody from the FBI in, or
they probably have them in anyway. But I'm saying
is it that bad?
man, listen, they don't like people educating people. And my thing is this, right?
I mean, I've seen nobody.
You're not getting close to Louis Farrakhan because these guys will give their fucking life for that man, and they don't give a fuck who you are. They're trained
they got their own
in intelligence. They're trained in physical.
Yeah.
They're willing to go to war. If something happens to Louis Farrakhan, bro,
COVID-19.
it's gonna be worse.
Somebody give it to him
and look how black. Listen, if you see a lot of black people looting and going crazy, and they find opportunity to go crazy and make money off that opportunity, black people are gonna join in no matter who the fuck they are. Not knowing what's the cause of it, we just gonna follow suit because it looks good. And oh shit, they wilding out. Fuck that. Let me get my gun out. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Not justifying them and glorifying what they stand for. I'm just saying that Black Wall Street is to that extent in their nation. The Nation of Islam and the Fruit of Islam. That's Black Wall Street with them. They're not playing. They own shit. Like, listen, they not fucking playing.
Barber, daycare, schools, everything.
So, can I say that does happen? Yeah. Now, would a lot of people, you know, omit to being into that type of structure? Hell no. People don't want to walk around dressed nice and have their hair slicked to the side with a part in that motherfucker and a bow tie and sitting here and say, hey, whatever. They don't want that shit.
Yeah, it's true. Most people ain't gonna do that shit.
They're not gonna do that shit.
I can tell you right now, I ain't gonna wear no suit every day. I am not wearing no suit every day.
Brother, where's those fucking bean pies? Because those shit's as good as a motherfucker. You ever eat the bean pies?
No, the Velcro.
Those shit's as good as a motherfucker, bro.
Really?
Bro, when you see, you know where they be hanging out at, right?
Where?
Well, it's hard to catch them, but
it's hard to catch them.
It's hard to fucking catch them. I'm telling you, straight up now. But there's it's a McDonald's on Broad River and Dutch Square Drive.
That one, that way,
right there. You'll catch them guys standing right there, giving out their final calls. maybe once a month or so. Maybe I don't know. It's hard to fucking catch them. Know when they out there, brother, read all about it. You catch them and you at that light, brother. Y'all niggas ain't got no bean pies. They got them
On them?
on hand, bro.
Damn. Okay, I
Bro,
might try it.
they got them bean pies on
got
hand,
you.
and them shits are sweet. It's like your mama's sweet potato pie. I'm telling you, bro. That shit just fucked me up just now. I was like, damn, I want some bean pies.
I got you. For everybody else that's not in the nation, it's gonna be hella hard.
Shout out to the Nation of Islam and FOI. And the Nation of Gods and Earth.
For it to happen for us, we will have to go back to the 60s and 70s where they're saying, hey, we don't want you here. We're gonna force y'all psychologically to shop where y'all want to shop for it to happen. And if y'all don't want to do that, well, hey, we just gonna spend money on Nike, Adidas, Puma, all that.
It's the American way.
And I mean, I'm more than willing to spend maybe $1, every week or two. Hey, let's go to a black business, and I do. I went to Michael's 3 times. Remember I told?
Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah.
Fucking good. Food is delicious.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Michael Bistro.
Yeah, delicious. Go support him. He's on. Well, obviously during COVID-19, everything is fucking closed.
Everything is fucking closed.
So we drove past there. We're like, man, dude. And my lady, I was cooking downstairs around 10. Around 12, she said, babe. She was yelling, babe, we gotta get a burger from Michael's. I'm like, you about to have me drive out here to get
Ain't
a
nobody
burger?
getting that motherfucker. I doubt he's even open.
He's not. We drove past there.
That's some fucked up shit.
Dark.
You can't even get nothing at the cookout.
Really?
That shit closed, bro.
Damn. Well,
And if they open, I don't know what times they open. McDonald's, Knicks, and fucking
it's all drive-through.
Chick-fil-A, drive-through, Wendy's, Zaxby's, all drive-through, man.
Like,
I
you,
like going in and getting my
There's
motherfucking
some
food.
like we did go into 1 or 2 restaurants like this past weekend. We ate. We didn't eat, but we ordered and then we took out. Like I went to Firehouse and they take orders and you just take it out, and I ate in the parking lot. And I said, this is the perfect time for all of us to understand the value of being a collective, because we get so enthralled in business and we get in our own shit siloed off, and we don't understand this shit can take us out.
It can.
And the media is mass hysteria in the first place, but it is imperative that we take this opportunity to invest in ourselves these next couple of weeks. I mean, schools are closed till April 30th. These kids need to be not just sitting at home chilling. They need to be working out. They need to be learning some new stuff that they don't teach you in school. That same poster is not just Black History Month, February. That should be every fucking month.
Every month.
There's power in that.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and since we've done it, I said, damn, I'm a fucking God, yo. Every morning I'm like, I had that self-doubt. I'm a fucking God. And that shit make you feel good.
A fucking God.
And every black person out there, you are a god or a goddess, no matter the circumstance. Homelessness, you ain't got no food, no money. You are a god, and you can really create your own reality by just thinking something and then moving on it.
Mm-hmm. So with that being said,
2 minutes.
stay encouraged,
Mm-hmm.
stay positive, wash your fucking dirty hands, man.
And your ass, please. Thank you.
Hey, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but there's some lot of dirty motherfuckers out there. You know
Make
what
sure
I'm
you
saying?
put
No offense to the
make sure
dirty
you put
peoples
deodorant
out
on,
there,
too.
but wash your hands and stay away from touching your face. We got to get out of here because we got people waiting on us.
Exactly.
Yo, say I thank you, and I thank you for
Exactly.
tuning
Appreciate
in
you.
to 2 Men in the Barbershop. It's your man FaZe on the Barber.
It's your boy, Dougie Fresh.
See y'all in the next one.
Peace.